actually. How did you guys like that ghost story? It's fun to get, I mean, kids can come over wherever they like, but when we have those get-togethers, it's a little extra fun. Because then they all get to goof around. Anyway, the problem is, it's been extremely hot.
Yeah. It's hot.
Anyway, a couple of things I just want to clear up before we move on. And I reviewed the video. And I do know, I don't mind these kinds of comments because they help me learn. Because somebody said it was hard to pick up and learn on what I was doing because it was getting sped up a lot. And, well, the first part where I was doing the varied colors, I was using, well, the stand that it's on now, which is kind of a short stand. I went and got a bigger tripod. Then you were able to see. Look, I like to do some research and do some facts about the animals. And maybe I sped up too much in those areas. I remember saying at the beginning that they are the largest number. I don't know if they're the largest falcon, but they're the most populous falcon, mouse, right, in the U.S. and Canada. But there's other facts too. So I will keep all that stuff in mind the next time I do that kind of work because it is important. The one other thing, I had 3 requests on that one day when I painted that. When I started painting the falcon, I would like to finish that and give more information, do it better. And then I take, as I get your requests, I put them in order. And I try to do them in order. Most of them I can get done, you know, like in one day, but not all of them. So, you know, if I haven't got to yours yet, it is still coming. I don't generally take a break from it unless it's like a shorts day. And somebody asked why I didn't do the 1-minute shorts anymore. Well, in order to get any monetization from shorts, you have to do 1 million of them a year, plus get the watch time, and or have certain numbers. I don't know, but it's a very large number, and it does not combine with the regular watch time on the regular videos. They don't mix them. You have to do both or either or the other. They came up with being able to do 3-minute shorts. I thought, well, if I'm going to do 3 or 4 minute shorts, I'm just going to do them in regular video form. That's why I've quit doing the little 1 minutes. I don't have to do them all 3 to 4 minutes long. I want to make them interesting, but I can try to do some that are shorter. I like it when Joe gets to go outside and do his thing, and I know you guys like to see him do stuff. I have no problem with the comments, and I will address them. If you don't ask and I don't address it, then you just continue to be dissatisfied with something, and that isn't what I want. So now we can be goofy for the rest of the time.
It's hot.
Yes, it is hot. We've been having some very hot days.
We do have the fan on us. It helps a little bit.
I've got it oscillating. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
I'll fix
You want
it.
me to do it?
Well, we've been in wind advisory as well.
Yeah, tree limbs or sticks are falling all over the place.
But 23 miles per hour is not a real high wind here. I mean, you see a lot more movement in the trees, but it's not gonna knock any trees down, maybe some limbs.
Limbs, there's a limb over there.
Well, that was probably a dead one to begin with. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I think I see some leaves on it, I don't know.
Well, I got sticks in my yard and I have to pick up.
You do that anyway.
I know.
Maybe we should bring them in and do a game of pickup sticks.
Yeah.
You remember that little, they came in a deal?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever even heard of it. It's an old game. Well, there was Lincoln Logs, Tiddlywinks, Jacks. Tiddlywinks and Jacks were mostly, they thought, girls' games, I guess. Maybe not Tiddlywinks. Lincoln Logs.
What was that called where you mark out numbers on the sidewalk and you skip?
Oh, hopscotch.
Hopscotch,
Yeah.
I never could jump rope, so I'd play hopscotch with my jump rope. Okay.
This, I'm
Tinker Toys.
Tinker Toys. That's what they were.
That's what it was.
Get them, try them with your kids.
I used to play Tinker Toys a lot when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, they give you those little round things that have holes all around.
Make tires out of those.
Yeah. Make all kinds of
Have an
stuff.
axle in between the things.
Yeah. That's right. Some of them did have a hole in the center.
Yeah.
They were really fun. And they're probably more advanced now. I don't know. Now they've got these roadblocks. I can't figure that out for nothing. And kids are like champs at it. They build stuff, but it's all electronic. Our kids had Battleship. We even had an electronic Battleship.
Yeah.
And that was fun because they got to make it made noise for them. Atari. We had Atari. Or Joe and Angie. Angie didn't much care for it. She wanted to watch TV. Joe wanted to watch TV, and this was back when we had one TV. And Tony and I would get on there. And after a while, we'd give in. After we got hollered at so many times. But there were a lot of good games on there. And then they came out with Nintendo, and we got that. And I like Spyro the Dragon. Now, he has a tablet. He came into the 21st century by using my old tablet. He started playing one game that I know of.
What's that called?
It's
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, yeah. And
I play the same game.
he'll play the same level all the time,
Yeah.
so that he doesn't lose.
Yeah.
He's figured out that level. He doesn't want to level up because then he loses.
As I level up, then it gets harder, then I end up losing.
Well, you're supposed to keep trying.
Yeah. I like playing the same one.
What do you do with him? Why do you think we've had the
Because
same?
if you lose, then you can't play it again for a long time.
Why do you think we've had the same vehicles for so long? He hates looking for vehicles,
Oh, God.
but he uses our van is.
I like to go buy a new one, but I don't want to do that either. That's expensive.
Yeah, that's high payments. But a different one, a newer one would be okay. But the AC and stuff went out on our van. Then the whole thing quit working,
Well, it's at the belt off, so I don't have no brakes.
and now we have no brakes or anything.
I'm not
He
gonna, I'm not gonna redo the air conditioning.
No, he uses it as like it's shaped. I mean, it's on a pickup body, and he's got a hook hitch on the back of it. So he likes to use that for hauling limbs and stuff. It's just pickup.
For what I use it for, I don't need air conditioning.
No,
The only time I need air conditioning if I was gonna haul her, but we'll just cancel out or else borrow somebody's car. If our other car don't have air conditioning. So that,
Maybe we'll take a senior tour on the bus.
Yeah. Didn't have to haul all your equipment.
That would be the problem. We'd have to take all my equipment. But we have to do that anyway.
I know.
He's tired of loading me up. But golly, if he didn't, we wouldn't get to go anywhere. Well, we didn't have to load the big concentrator when I mean, this was just less than a mile away.
Yeah. We plugged in our portable and it worked just fine.
I do want to go somewhere, but I'd like to wait till September or October when it's cool.
Yeah. Cooler. September it's still hot.
What part of it? How did you guys like that ghost story? Let's get on to that. This,
It is kind of goofy, but it's alright.
well, it turned out okay at the end. Yes, he did.
Get out! Get out!
Get out. Some people like to laugh. That was a sound effects laugh. Anyway, but yes, I do have, I've got the 3 new requests. On the request, I've got a Word document that I keep track of all of the requests on as they come in, and I go through as they're done, and I use a yellow highlighter to mark them out. So anyway, I will try to do much better with that Falcon. What I might do for the 3 different colors thing, if that's, I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of that on there because of but I might do it on like a smaller canvas, just to show you and I can always use that later on. It don't have to be blue, it can be something else, but anyway, would like to finish this Falcon because they have the most beautiful feathers. They have, in fact, I imagine they might have been the ones that were used in a lot of headdresses that we see, because they're the kind of, they're tan with the little stripes in them, and then they're kind of whitish on the end. That is the wing feathers, tail feathers. No, tail feathers. They're not a true red, but I can.
You talking about that hawk?
Yeah,
It's the orange, aren't they?
they look more orange than red, but who's gonna call it an orange tail hawk?
Me? Orange tail hawk.
Go figures. There's different variations from one coast to the other, and from north to south. I don't know my directions. North to south.
That's north.
That's north. That's south. That's east. That's west.
Yeah.
I do know them here
Now you're
without the compass.
good. Now you can go
I'm just not good when we go down there to DeWitt and Swan and all that. The sun was coming up in the south every day. I could not get my brain to turn around. You'd think, I mean, I knew, my brain knew, but my brain didn't know. But
One old guy told me if you stop running stuff, then you're like a dead horse in the water.
just floating down river, huh? I suppose I can get that drift. We love you guys.
Bye.
Goodbye. And have a good day. We love you.
She goofy.